Hello, my name is Rosemary Vargas Ramirez. I'm sorry. Today I'm going to talk about the chapters that we had to follow to creating a research project, and this is the last assignment for the course research project. So before I get into my paper research, I want to talk about the steps the student had to take to create the research. First of all, we have to ask question to ourselves what we want to study and what we want to search it out and make a lot of researches and also read books and ask another one. We can review some literatures from different research projects, theses. So now I'm going to start talking about. Sorry, this is no. um, the research project. The first part is an introduction to the research. So we had to talk about what is a research, the data, the information, and the research findings, types of research, categorization of research paper, the significance of research, and the scientific method of research. So I just choose the general background. My research project is about teaching with technology to promote efficiency in writing in English language. Why I choose this and why writing? As a student and as a future teacher, um, I see the necessity of the students in the to improve their writing skills because the speaking skills we can just got it right away or very easy because we just as when we acquire the native language or the mother language native language, we learn the language by listening, yeah, and repeating the words and copying because that is how we acquire language when we are learning. But when it comes to write, it's very different because we had to follow rules, the grammars, and it's not that easy because you can just repeat and learn how to speak, but for write and just make a complex sentence that can be made difficult. And I decided to do this research because I'm a student also at Pima College in Arizona, and I can see that many of my classmates and my partners are the same, just having hard time when is it when they have to take a writing test or just write something. They are like they can make they can just talk in English, um, speak and understand when they listen and everything, but when it comes to the writing on an essay or something like that, but it's not only for people who are non-native um, speakers. It's all it's actually um, it's hard for the native speakers. For an American, for example, students from high school, that is one of the worst skills they have to improve how to writing how to high level when they if they want to come to get into college. So they have different levels here for learn English. Is the basic, and they have the GED, that is in English more with specific words. For example, for the doctors, they have some specific words or concepts, and for the lawyers, so it's different in English. So if you want to get into college, you have to know all these words, especially words. So writing is not only easy for students students as a second language, but also for native students. So the use of technology is important part of the learning, and we have to um, we have to just taking advantage of these tools and these technology advantage, um, and created better activities or design different strategies that can help the students to improve the writing skills, and just help them to get the goal, and just I don't know how to say complete, just get to the just make the um objectives they are established for them in the activities. So technology help to improve language and also learning. So using technology enables teachers to adapt classroom activities, help teachers to facilitate language learning for their learners. So my study focuses on of the role of using new technology in learning English as a second language or foreign language. So the statement of my problem is writing is an important part of English as a second language study. It's a hard part in developing materials, applying knowledge to help English as a second language learners, or ESL, that is called here, communicated skills. So my question for this research is, can technology help students improve their English writing skills? The objectives or general objectives for this research is the purpose is to engage teaching efficiency in an academic writing. That is the Nigel 2010. My specific objectives are to establish critical thinking, to motivate students learn by using different ways to think differently through the experience, to lead the students to write by using appropriate grammar, logical functions, and in standard. So writing skill, as a teacher, we can just create many uh, activities. um, Students, mostly of the students, they have a iPhone on a smartphone, so we have to take an advantage of that and create activities. For example, using Instagram, Facebook, they enjoy and they spend a lot of time on social media. So it's really good. Only we just need to know which activity are good for them according to the level and according to the students we have. So the chapter 2 is about the review of the literature, but also chapter 2 is formulating the problem, the research design, the data collection, the data processing, and finalizing the research draft. So for this literature, I just found the researchers is the National Commission Research on Writing. This study believes that there is an urgent need for school university partnership to serve English language learning to build on their strengths multiple language learning. It is a remarkable, sophisticated activity, a multiplicated process that is best encourage dual languages to interact with each other in powerful ways. Writing will not be improved by cheating or by hectoring teachers at all levels. Writers face problems and teachers are needed to support the students' growth. So the research academic literacy, the importance and impact of writing across the curriculum throughout 2003 suggests that the problem experienced by students in writing effectively are attributable, in part to their difficulties in executing and regulating the processes which underlie proficient composing, planning, and revisions of their work. Based from the findings of the study, most students are having problems when they need to do composition writing, and it is still a problem. So the National Commission here in the United States, they every year um, yes do it and again researches about the writing, because they have the data collection about the test the students just take it at school, so they can figure it out how much they are improving these skills, or if the problem continue or stay. That depends, every year change. The chapter 3 is about academic project writing. So research proposal and research project writing. So the theoretical framework, why is writing so important? So the importance of writing stems from the fact that writing is the primary basis upon which communication, history, record keeping, and art is begun. Writing is the framework of our communication. We are encountered with writing every day of our lives. Words can take a bounty of forms within writing. The words you use can show who you are as a person, the things writing has done in our life, and the word is profound. So many students will be required to write a variety of essays throughout his or her collegiate career. These essay assignments will cover a variety of goals and purposes. So that is why it's very important, this research for me. Continue with writing chapter 3, the theories of writing. The cognitive theory of composition can trace its roots to psychology and cognitive science. Lev Vygotsky and Jean Piaget's contributions to the theories of cognitive development and developmental psychology could be found in early work linking this science Sciences with Composition Theory. Linda Flower and John Haynes published a cognitive process theory of writing in 1981, providing the groundwork for further research into how thought processes influence the writing process. So, many research about these theories of writing. Linguistic theories of compositions found their roots in the debate surrounding grammar's importance in composition pedagogy. Scholars such as Janet M. Meek, Patrick Harwell, Martha J. Kellin, Robert Funk, Stephen White, and Lester Figley continued this line of thought around the same time that a cognitive theory of composition was being developed by Flower and James. So, the chapter 4 consists in research for publications. So, special features of a conference, special features of a journal, difference between a conference paper and a journal paper, and how to write an editorial book and how to write a book. So, the methods of research I use isolate a qualitative research design for this investigation of the specific opinions and preference of non-native English speaking Hispanic students about the need for accurate writing English skills. As we know, there are many different kinds of computer tools available for ESL students at this study site. However, prior research suggests that students are not always motivated to use these tools, shown in 2012. So this study focuses specifically with non-native English speaking students' perceptions of the need for accurate writing skills in English. I specifically conducted a qualitative descriptive case study. In a case study, a process or one more individual are explored in detail. So at the program, I went to the program called Young Women's Christian Association, YWCA. English is the language of delivery. All assignments must be written in correct English using academic style with APA referencing, and language has a significant effect in being successful. So the design of my study is to emerge it from the problem statement and the guiding research questions, where the specific opinions and preferences of the students were investigated. Continuing with chapter 4, this is the data gathering procedures. So while completing my action research, I observed that the adult students of the YWCA had have hard time writing, and they told me that it is the most difficult skill and the last skill they develop. They also know that they have to read more because when you read, you gain a lot of vocabulary and your writing skill will be easy. So this is my statistical treatment of data demographic group, the participants in YWCA. So you can see the gender is women's, feminine. The age is between 25 to 40. The nationality, all of them are Spanish, Mexican, Venezuelan, Guatemalan, Colombian, and Chinese. So this is a proof of the instrument. For this research, I use a questionnaire, and one of the question is, in a typical day, about how much time do you spend writing posts on a blog, or catalog? So hours or minutes? Or how often do you write in English? Not much. For me, every day, because I have all the assignments for my college. So, can technology help students become better writers? Some of them just answer sometimes agree. So does reading help improve writing? And the answer yes. The majority answers yes. Have you used any technological tool to learn English? Yes. They use Rosetta Stone and Duolingo, all of other kind of tools we can use for learn English. Now it's very easy. And also listen sound in YouTube, music, everything. You can find now everything online. So my conclusions are that writing is how students can connect the dots in their knowledge. Writing opportunities should be provided to every student from the earliest years through secondary school and into college. So I want to finish with this quotation, what Abraham Lincoln had to say. Writing, the art of communicating thoughts to the mind, is the great invention of the world. Great, very great, enabling us to converse with the dead, the absent, and the unborn at all distances of time and space, and great not only in its direct benefits, but its great help to all other inventions. So the idea has always revolved around opportunity, possibility, overcoming obstacles, and living one's dream. So that's it. Thank you so much and have a great night. Bye bye.